Hey folks, Randy Go, Triton Magnet Man with you here today. I'm not out fishing today, as y'all can tell. Trust me folks, I'm going to get back to fishing as soon as I can. Between the storms and the heat, I'm just not getting out. But that should change here pretty quick. Today we're here to talk about a reel. I got a 2020 Revo MGX Theta 1000S. And we want to talk about this reel today. First impressions. I haven't used it, hadn't had it on the water, haven't even spooled it up with line yet. But of course, when you get these reels, all you do is you play with them, you rotate them, you look them over, you take the spools off, you look at the drag, you listen to the drag, and that's all you can do till you get out and fish it. But I wanted to give y'all an initial impression, give you a little update on the site. Before we go any further, I want you to take a look at what this reel looks like paired up on my new Abu Garcia Eradicated Real Finesse 6-foot 7-inch slow taper special. Take a look here. Folks, this reel really looks good paired up on this rod here. Looks real good. I mean, of course, it's the Abu Garcia colors there, the red. But this pairs up with the Eradicated Real Finesse really good. Okay, folks, we're back now. This reel I got for $263 from Digitaka. Now, I wanted the MG Extreme. There's some question, is the MG Extreme even still in production? Which I couldn't find the answer to that. I've heard that it's not, I've heard that it is. What I do know for a fact is there's no 1000 MG Extremes out there to be had. You can't find them anywhere. So I said, okay, I'm gonna take a shot on this reel. It's gonna pair up good with my Eradicated Real Finesse. And the specs on this reel and the price, I was just kind of blown away. I said, you know, I'm gonna spend the money and I can find out if it's any good or not, and I can tell y'all, if you're on the fence about buying this reel, I can tell y'all whether it's any good or not. Now, like I said, we're just talking about first impressions today with this reel. And I'm going to compare this reel to in the hand feeling and first impressions with the 20 Daiwa Luvias, which is made in Japan, by the way. The MGX Theta is made in China, and the Daiwa Ballistic FWLT, which is also made in China. We're going to compare them, and I'm going to tell you which one I think I would get from just in-the-hand experience. This reel has 11 ball bearings. 2 of the bearings are in the knob, 2 are in the line roller. There is a drag support, spool support bearing, and then the other bearings are dispersed throughout the guts of the reel. It has a very distinct drag clicker on here. Unlike the Daiwa reels, which there's nothing wrong with the drag clicker on the Daiwa reels, it's just kind of muted sound. This is a very, very good click, very good sound. It has a carbon fiber washer drag system, a multi-stack system that you can swap out. You can swap the stack, how it lays in there, the metal disc versus the carbon disc, and you can turn this into a tough drag or a light drag. I don't know what that is. I'm going to find out because I will switch the drags up and let you know what it's like after I fish this reel. This reel is very light in the hand. The ease of rotation is very, very good. As you can see, this reel, the handle will rotate on its own. On the Luvias, it will not rotate on its own. Now, what does that mean? Well, it can mean something, it can mean nothing. In this case, it doesn't really mean anything other than the Luvias, because of the gearing, the grease, or whatever, it just takes more inertia to rotate this reel. But the Luvias is one fine reel. Let me tell you, you know I love my Daiwa Luvias reels, and I love this one. It is on par with the rotation of the Daiwa FWLT, which is close to being on par with the Daiwa Presso Limited as far as inertia on the startup on the reel. This reel is very, very light in the hand, very, very easy to rotate. I mean, I'm really impressed with this reel. The weight of this reel is 163 grams, 5.5 ounces, something like that, I think it is. It's just a little bit heavier than the MG Extreme. It has a new type main shaft, which, and I will leave the link to Abu Garcia Japan's website. This shaft is called friction free. And I've watched all the Japanese videos I could about this shaft and what it's supposed to do. And what it's supposed to do is when you get a heavier fish on, it's supposed to maintain the ease of rotation And I will find that out as I'm going to catch some white bass, some big crappie or something. I will find out if there's any difference in that shaft or not, or if it makes a difference in the feel. But today we're here to talk about, the first impression of the reel, and should you spend your $263 on an Abu Garcia 1000S MGX Theta? Should you spend it on a 20 Daiwa Luvius 2000? Or should you spend that same money on a Daiwa Ballistic FWLT? And let's look at it. This comes with 11 bearings from the factory. This one from the factory comes with 8 bearings. This one from the factory comes with, I believe it's 8 bearings, yes. Now, bearings within themselves do not make a reel. Obviously, you always hear the more bearings the better. Well, that's true if they're good bearings. All of the bearings in these reels are good bearings. These bearings in the Abu Garcia are the let me look it up here, HPCR bearings. It's high performance corrosion resistance, and they also have salt shield on these bearings, which is a good thing. So there's evidently some quality bearings in this reel. This reel, the Luvius weighs 8 grams lighter than this reel. It weighs virtually the same as the FWLT reel. Now, on my Luvius, I have added a bearing kit, which cost me $30-something. On my FWLT, I've done the same thing, plus I added a knob. I didn't like the knob that come with the Daiwa reels. I've never liked those soft, rubbery knobs. I don't like them. The knob on this is an EVA knob. This first reel I've ever had has an EVA knob on it. I like it. So far I like it fine. Of course, you can get a replacement knob for this if you want to. This also has the full carbon handle. You can see this here. I don't know how well you can see that, but what that does is that gives you a little bling if you're looking for some bling. And of course, the red bale, which is anodized, I'm hoping this is not paint, and I hope it don't come off, but I don't think it is. I think it's anodized or anodized, one of the two in that color. But the reel looks great on the rod. It's just a good looking reel, especially if you've got a, let's say you got a graphite leader rod, the 2018 Corto or the 2017 Finezza prototype. The colors of that rod and this reel match perfectly. Let me tell you, it looks good on there. I've played with this reel, and I tell you, I have looked it over as much as I'm going to take it apart. I take the spool off, looked at the drag, looked at the spool support bearing. I'm not going to get inside of a reel. I leave that to professionals. That's not for me to do anymore. The eyes and the fingers, you lose too many things. I have looked and looked and looked and looked and say, okay, what can I find wrong with this reel? I've just been looking to find something wrong. Well, I haven't found anything wrong. Not the first thing. I'm very impressed with the quality of this reel. I'm always hesitant about reels out of China after owning reels made in Japan. The Japanese reels are just, Japanese made reels are just fantastic, which brings me back to the Luvius. This Luvius was made in Japan. They have a line of Luvius reels coming out now that are out of China. Digitaka has stated on their website they will only sell the Luvius that are out of Japan. Of course, Digitaka is out of the Luvius out of Japan right now. The FWLT, I got 4 of these, which tells you I like them, and I fish them a lot, and I do like them. They're fantastic reels. I didn't need this reel. I just wanted to try it. I was so impressed with the Eradicator Reel Finesse rod. I said, let me see what their reels look like. And I got to tell you, even though this is a new reel, there's not any English information out there on it at all. It's all Japanese. I've always been known as an early adopter of technology, of fishing gear, whatever. I'll buy it before anybody else. I'll try it out. I'll be the guinea pig. But I'll tell you, I bought this reel, and I could not be more pleased. For the $263 I paid for it, I'm very happy with it. It's a gorgeous looking reel, but I cannot find anything wrong with this reel. And which begs me to the question, okay, had I known about this reel, known it was going to be this good, would I have bought the FWLT, added the bearings, added the knob? would I have bought the Daiwa Luvius and added the bearing kit to bring it up to the same bearings that this reel has in it. And I guess I could say, I don't know. I don't know. I truly don't know. I know that I'm very impressed with this reel and the features of this reel at the price point. And you know, I don't want to tell you to go out and get a reel if you had your mind on one of these three reels. And the only reason I've got these three reels up here is I can't compare this reel. I have a Shimano Twin Power, which is a now selling for $300 and something, I think. But my Shimano Twin Power is a 2012 model or 2013 model. And so I can't really do a comparison to that. It's just apples and oranges. I can't compare it to a Daiwa Presso Limited because that is a $400 and something reel. I don't own a Shimano Vanquish, but you can't compare this to a Vanquish either. The Vanquish is $160, $170 more than this reel. And I'm sure the Vanquish is a better reel, as it should be for that price point. But you can compare it to the Luvius, to the Ballistic FWLT, and I have the Daiwa Presso Limited 1025, and I got to tell you, this weighs 3 grams more than the Presso Limited 1025. And I got to tell you, I bought, as with a bunch of other folks I know, I bought the Presso Limited 1025 on sale from Platt. I think I paid $270 for it. It's a $400 something reel. And it's a great reel. It's a fantastic reel. But I'll tell you, I paid $270 for it, paid $263 for this. If I had to do over with again, I'd get the Revo Theta. Now that's just from in the hand use, not real world, not waiting a year down the road to see how this reel is going to hold up. That's the key. When we get these reels, we play with them. We see how good they rotate. We look at the drag stack. We look at the spool support bearings. We look at all that stuff. But you don't know until you get a year down the road on any of those reels how good they really are from a maintenance standpoint. Have they held up? Are screws starting to loosen? Is it getting wobbly? Is there any grinding going on? And you won't know that with any reel till you get a year down the road fishing them. You know, that's just part of it. But I tell you, this reel, for the money, I think is an absolute gem. It can be serviced by anybody. There's no, of course, it's not a Daiwa product. Abu Garcia don't have mag seal. I'm assuming their corrosion resistance and salt shield bearings will take care of that. Of course, the Daiwa, when you get it worked on, that's got mag seal in it, you got to send it to somebody who's certified to work on mag seal reels. Or you can have this reel serviced, and when you have it serviced, you don't have to put the mag seal oil back in. You can just use regular oil, but that'd be kind of defeating the purpose. But I got to tell you, this reel in the hand is very impressive. Very solid bail. Very solid bail. I read somewhere they call this a lifelong bail. It just feels, it's got a healthy spring, good click. The drag clicker is good. And I think I said much better than the Daiwa drag clickers as far as noise. There's nothing wrong with Daiwa drag clickers mechanically. It's just they're kind of muted in sound. And the handle with the carbon fiber, if you're looking for a little bling, the red trim. As I said, if you've got a rod that's got black and red in it, this will pair up nicely with it. It's just a beautiful reel, folks. It's just a gorgeous reel. I'm not sure how good you can pick that up on the camera. But anyway, I wanted to talk about that reel. I'm glad I bought it. If the MG Extreme comes back out, I will probably order one because that's how impressed I am with this reel. I'm very impressed with this reel. Like I said earlier, you know, I've always been about made in Japan reels. They're quality reels, and I just didn't want to get reels out of China. But the FWLT has proven to be a good reel out of China. It's very well made. And I believe this reel is going to hold up. I believe it's going to do well. And I will be back and give you a report after I fish this reel to tell you how it performs like that. And then I'll come back, you know, a year from now and give a final review on this reel. How has it held up maintenance-wise? What's going on with it? Of course, by then, it's going to be other reels out, so on and so forth. So, you know, I just wanted to get out there and for people who have this reel on their radar and tell you about it. For the money, I'd certainly buy it. I'd buy it again tomorrow. Even though I haven't had it out fishing. I would buy another one tomorrow if I was in need of a reel. No doubt about it. So we're approaching on the 2,000 subscriber mark. When we hit the 2,000 subscribers, we're going to have another giveaway. Got some trout magnet hats and some other stuff to give away. If I can acquire some more B&M TCB rods, I will give some of them away. If I can acquire some more trout magnet products, I will give them away. Oh, and let me say something, folks. I'm not affiliated with anybody in Japan for fishing gear. Nobody. Not Abu Garcia, not Daiwa, not Digitaka, not anybody. I buy this on my own. It's money out of my pocket. Nobody's paying me to say good, bad things about it. It's just what I do. I am affiliated with Trout Magnet. I'm on their pro staff. And that phrase right there and $2.50 will give me a pack of Trout Magnets. I'm very proud of my association with Trout Magnet, but those are the only people I'm associated with. I'm not associated with any other equipment companies at all. But we're going to continue to fish, get back out there when we can. The heat has just killed me this summer. This first year of my life, folks, the heat's just eating me up. But we're going to get back out there. I know y'all are looking for some fishing videos. Fishing should be getting better. We're going to get back to it. So appreciate the support of the channel. Appreciate all of you watching. If you're in the market for a reel, if you're in the market for a JDM reel, a 1000 series reel, I highly recommend you take a look at the Abu Garcia MGX 1000S Theta. It's a fantastic reel for the money. $263.57 last I checked on Digitaka. Of course, that changes daily. So once again, folks, thank you all for watching. Hope all of you are healthy. Hope all of you are safe. Sore lip 'em all. Life is good.